I forgot to hit the YouTube live button again. Rip. Well, we're live on YouTube now. I noticed TikTok stream today. Oh, I had a nice TikTok stream today. Hi, YouTube. I'm sure YouTube would say hi if there was any viewers there. Hey, thanks for the 1 hour for everybody. Still haven't decided what to call you. Anka? Or Chick? Maybe Anka. Anka is okay. Cool. Does your name like mean anything? Like, is it a word? Like when I see it, I think of analog. That's not quite right. It's a name plus Russian suffix. Okay. Name of dragon from Tolkien. Okay, like, what is it, Smog or whatever, but in Russian or something? Or was there more than one dragon in Tolkien? In Tolkien's writings? No, there's way more dragons. Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't actually read any Tolkien, but I've seen the movies. Ankalagan is the name of this one. Okay. Cool. Okay, now I need one more. I need, what is it? These are gray eels? These are gray eels. How many gray eels do I need? 8. So let's grab these 4. But I was small in Russian when I made my nickname, so it's with a K and a suffix. You know, that's fair. My nickname, Pronus, I was also a small child when I came up with that. It was originally a RuneScape username, and I thought I'd be so cool by having pro in my name, you know, like um professional or whatever, right? The idea was like professionalness, but I spelt it wrong with an I instead of an E. But it kind of worked out. Because it's never taken anywhere. At least yours is simple and cool. Yeah, like I really like it because there's no numbers anywhere. Everyone pronounces we'll say 75% of people, maybe 80% of people pronounce it wrong, but that's okay. I assume you're not still small, but are still Russian? Still Russian, yes. Russian where? Joke. Welcome, Sinpip. Yeah. XX Pronus. Yeah, XX. Oh no. Go away, wires. No one likes you. Okay, that's weird. The wires are there. Oh, okay. I'm not dropping frames. Oh no. Okay, bye. Oof. Oof, what is going on here? Still not dropping frames, so it's gotta be the game. My random TikTok blew up to 70K views. I don't understand how it works. Micro lags, probably internet. Well, that's actually huge for like TikTok. That is quite impressive. I hope it keeps up for you. But I'm not dropping any frames in OBS. Usually when my internet cuts out like that, I start dropping frames in OBS. Maybe there's some sort of threshold, like if the internet is lagging just right, it will lag. Okay, then 3 Grenard Soup. It'll lag the game, but not OBS. You're not dropping just a bit of micro lags. Now it's okay. Well, it's back again. 3 Yellowtail Grenard Soup. I have 1 Grenard. It'll probably clear up in a little bit. I'm hoping. I'll have to run so far for the Grenards. Wait, I guess I could probably be delivering these as I go. South Walls, Barracks, Foragers, Warehouse. Okay, no, I can't. Have you played new update in OSRS? If you're talking about sailing, yes. On my iPad right now, I'm mining mithril so I can make mithril bars. I'm a bit sad. I have tons of work right now and can't play sailing. That's unfortunate. It is fun though. Would recommend. People were making millions on the start. I believe it, for sure. I wasn't, because I'm playing an Iron Man. Rip. I'm playing a level 3 skiller Iron Man. Let's see, I got my sailing to 62 before I really needed to upgrade. I could have pushed to 64, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness. Why is this so bad? It's weird how some days it's perfectly fine and then other days it's not. Like, that's weird, right? Oh wait, I think I have the soup stock. Secretly best construction update? You're not even kidding. Like, it's goated for construction. Okay, let's pause it all. Let's take out 2. Take out 2. And make them. I know, right? Yeah, it's actually, like, super good for construction. It makes construction training a lot easier. And people were actually making money. 400k per hour plus supply for sailing combat. Yeah. Yeah, and people were making money for the first little while too doing it. So it's like, it's not often you get to make money doing construction. So that's huge. Okay, where are these going? South walls, south walls. Forger warehouse, barracks. Okay, let's do barracks, forger warehouse. Okay, what's going to the barracks? The jellied eels with Lance. I'm not done cooking them. 3. Hey, now we go to Lance. Oh, Lance. Here's your eels. Okay, now the forager shop. Which is over here. And what do they want there? Bacon sandwich. Perfect. That's south walls. That's this one. Dang, I have so many people in my DMs now. Oh, on TikTok, I assume. Hey, what kind of TikTok content do you do? Half of them are so sad. I believe it. TikTok and Telegram. Okay. Debate content. Classic. I believe it 100%. Oh, I'm missing one. Why am I so bad at bounties? I had Christian today on stream who was trying to argue biblical slavery was not that bad because it's okay to own people as property. Oof. Yeah, that's not how it works. Biblical slavery was just very different. It's more like indentured servitude. Yeah, big oof. Yeah, for Jews it was servitude. And it's like, even then, like after I think it was like 7 years or something, your debt was paid off. And if you wanted to stick with your master, you like that was a totally valid option. Like it was basically like, I think of like farmhands that get like room and board, right? It was a lot like that. Only for the Jews, not for the foreigners. Well, I mean, in the Old Testament, I'm pretty sure it was written to the Jews. Let me. Oh, well, let's. I don't want to get too into it on stream this second. And you've already given me so much to think about that I'm still working through. I respect your dedication and knowledge. Like it's quite clear you have a lot more knowledge than this sort of stuff on this sort of stuff than I do. I'll give you more. Okay, just send it in Discord DMs. We don't need to turn the stream into like a huge debate thing. I appreciate it though. I don't have to, but sure, I'll send it in DMs. Cool. I mean, if you want, like I said, you've already given me plenty to chew on. And I really enjoyed our conversation the other day because part of the Bible says I should be able to give a reason for my faith. And basically you're helping me do that. So I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. It's snowing, guys. Want to see? I'll pull the camera up. Hopefully. Should be able to reach. I don't know if you can see that, but it's snowing pretty good. Yeah, you're good faith, so I have no problem talking to you and stuff. Nice. That's good to hear. you're very respectful in your discussions. So I value that a lot. And like I said, it seems like you could have been one of those people that went to school for like religious studies or something. Uh, it's like that you have so much knowledge. It's actually impressive. With some people, I'm usually not. Interesting. I guess you probably feed off what they give you, right? Never. I just learn from the best. Yeah. I didn't I didn't think you went to school for like religious studies or anything, but it's like you have enough knowledge that if you went to school for religious studies, you would just ace the whole thing. Yeah, most of the time. Well, you were very respectful with me, and I was trying to be respectful to you as well. And like I said, I really enjoyed our conversation, and I hope we can have another one soon, once I'm done chewing on the stuff you gave me. I had a wild idea to do it, and I still might do it. I mean, it would be an easy class for you. You could have some cool discussions with the professor and stuff too. That's my favorite thing about like post-secondary education is like after class I can just talk with the teacher and just like pick their brain, you know? Oh yeah. I need a KP, otherwise I'm wasting stuff. Uh Thanks for the lurk. Talk. And enjoy the scape. Speaking of microscape, how are we doing? I've been making soda ash like all day. Oh, I have 617 left. Sick. Potion, that's what I need. Nope. I always had problems with learning new things. So I would suffer. Oh, language. So I'd suffer with Greek and Hebrew. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Something to note too is that if you learn like Greek from like Duolingo or something, it's not going to help you a whole lot with the Bible because the Bible speaks ancient Greek, which is quite different, I'm told. So it's like you have to learn like ancient Greek, which I imagine is a challenge in itself, let alone just learning Greek. No, yes, that is what I want. And like, no one uses them, so it's only good for Bible reading. Yeah. Yep, you are correct. Oh, I meant to ask you if you've read a book.
If y'all want to be successful, you gotta be selfish.
Hey, Lusty, thanks for the 1 hour for everybody and the selfish point redeem. I think I lost it. Oh, the book is called Evidence That Demands a Verdict. I almost thought I didn't have enough for the 1 hour. Yeah, I got cheap point redeems here. Hey, Bugged, thanks for the 1 hour for all. Yeah, Anka, Have you read Evidence That Demands a Verdict? Apparently it's a really good book. Oh, hey. Thanks for the extra 1 hour bugged. Nope, never even heard of it, but I'll check it. Okay, so basically, I'll give you the synopsis as it was given to me. This investigative journalist, back when investigative journalism meant something, he was married to a lady, and the lady became a Christian. And so he, in his investigative journalism, decided to look into Christianity to basically kind of prove it false and basically convert his wife from Christianity to atheism. And the exact opposite happened. The more he looked into the Bible, the more he realized it like could be true. And at the end of the book, he became a Christian. So I think you might find that really interesting. I don't know how is Russia on the Bible? Because I'm pretty sure it's like banned in China, but I don't think Russia's as bad as China. Bugged is a man of the people. Yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Would be a good time. Bad? Okay. So I mean it might be hard for you to get your hands on in Russia, but Russia is Ortho-Christian. So that's I get a little bit of that stuff mixed up. So that's like Orthodox. That's like Catholic stuff. But no one reads the Bible. It's another branch. Like there's so many different like branches and stuff. I still find that whole deal confusing. There's like three. There's like Orthodox, Catholic, and Protestant, I assume is what you meant. Yeah. Catholic is kind of self-explanatory. I guess I don't know at all what Orthodox is then. Protestant, I think, is the blanket of like all of the other denominations I know and love. Like Baptist, Apostolic, Evangelical. I think those are all Protestant. But Orthodox is a black box to me. Orthodox is more traditional, you can say. I mean, the name does imply that, but I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'll look into it. No one does. Fair point. I'll have to watch some YouTube videos of or something. The infights are crazy though. Oh, that's the worst when that happens. So disappointing. Hey, Flamespike, haven't seen you in a hot minute. I am leveling up a Snowflake character that I'm making for a YouTube video. What are you up to? Spider-Man is stronger than Batman, you know, this type of stuff. Okay. My dad could beat up your dad. Just waking up. Nice, nice. How's, oh, what was it? Was it your wrist or your hand? Something was bugging you. How's that going? But you have same dad. Exactly. Kind of energy. Yeah. Yeah, I get you, Anka. My sola scriptura is stronger than your sola scriptura. Yeah. That just sounds like a anime thing. You've just activated my trap card. This is the first real snowfall we've had this winter. It's coming down pretty good. Level 9,000 Sola Scriptura. See, I feel like Christianity could be like really cool if it had a good anime. Yahweh power. Yeah. Yeah. Like low key, that would actually be a really good anime. Warhammer 40k is kinda it. I know they have like novels of lore, but I don't know much about the specifics. Never really played it. Hey, we can make rocky jellied eels now. Well, let's finish our sausage and mash. I still have 400 to do. That's rocky. I only have 144 rocky jellied eels. Man, I need a lot of mithril ore in RuneScape. I think it's 600 for the big boat. And then like 400 for the little boat. So if I want to upgrade both, I need 1,000. Just buy it. I'm an Iron Man. Unless you can you buy it? Oh, I think you can buy it from Motherlode Mine, can't you? Not Motherlode Mine. Blast Furnace. That's why it's funny. Oh. 3. Why you gotta make fun of me? I think in Mining Guild. Maybe not. I'm like 90% sure you can buy it at Blast Furnace. But also I'm running low on money and I'll need to make a bunch of like mahogany planks soon. I don't know how to make money as a skiller. Iron Man. I'll check. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna have to do adamant. Yeah, 100 in blast furnace. Okay. Does it tell you the price on there? Thought I was gonna sneeze for a second. 243 per ore. Yeah, it's a bit too rich for my blood right now. I think I don't even have like I don't even think I have. Yeah, I don't even think I have 2 mil. I might have 1 mil. But you know, price will. Yeah, price rises as you buy it. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I will mine the myth, and then I'll buy the coal. And then I'll probably do it in blast furnace. So I only need to buy half as much coal. There are small amounts of them in the Tizhar tables. Only 4 per trader. Okay. Same price, but in Toggle. And I have 0 Toggle. Based. Same. Nice. I don't know how to make money as a skiller. Oops. As an Iron Man skiller. Because I can't high alch things. So it's like, what am I even supposed to do? I got all my money so far, which I think was about 2 or 3 mil from Wintertog. Fletching? Yeah, I could, like, you're thinking, like, fletching and then selling the unstrung bows at the general store, or what? And selling bows? Yeah. 10 per world? Yeah, that's probably not a terrible idea. What is my fletching? 66. So what is that? I can... Is that maple longs? Or is that even use? Let's open up the guide and find out. Oh, 65 is use short bows. Sick. Okay, yeah, I might actually do that. That's not a bad shout. Or... I can ask my clanmates. You can craft battle staff and high alch it. I can't high alch. I'm a level 3. Oh, yeah, hang on. If you're able to, you can look me up on the high scores. That's my username. You're a level 3 skiller Iron Man. That is correct. You like to suffer so much. Yep. It's more like I hate combat. I'm not a PvEer. PVM is fun though. I mean, my main has done a couple hundred Vorkath kills. That's the most PvE I've done. I feel like it's good, like, once you get good at it. I'm just too lazy. I can't be bothered. 10 HP as well. Dang. Nice. Yeah, look at my ranged XP. You know how I did that? I bet you don't. Oh. Cannon? No. So it's like you have to range the rat on Tutorial Island, right? Oh, wait. You don't tell me. I'll think. Okay. It is quite the thing that I only knew about because of Rendy, but that's the only hint you get. If you figure it out, I will legitimately be super impressed. It's like, I don't know how anyone figured it out. My main gripe is the 7 magic XP. I was really trying to splash, but I literally made like 20 accounts trying to splash in magic, and it just wasn't working. XP lamps for the win. Yeah. They're all going into Slayer. What's my Slayer? My Slayer is 16. Did you get another account to lower the rat to 1 HP and then bow it? Basically, yes. It's slightly more complicated than that. And in theory, that would still give me 4 ranged XP. But you're on the right track. Do you want another hint? That's hard. Yeah. You're so close. There's no poison on tutorial. Nope. Let me know if or when... Oh, dig site finds? Oh, are you talking like... No, so... Bugged, my character has only 2 ranged experience, and every time you deal 1 damage, you get 4 experience, right? You have no idea how hard I'm thinking right now. Well, let me know if you want another hint. So normally, like in Tutorial Island, you have to kill a rat that has 3 HP. So 3 times 4 is 12. So normally, you leave Tutorial Island with 12 ranged XP. But I managed to do it with 2 ranged XP. Anka was right when he said I had another character deal damage to it. So what I can't explain too much more without spoiling it. But yeah. So it's like I have less experience than should be possible to leave Tutorial Island with. And I've never done any range training beyond that. Hence only 2 XP. Like, I have no idea who figured this out or how they figured it out, but you bet your butt I took advantage of it. Hey, Kels, how's it going? Is it some weird Iron Man only stuff I don't know? No, not at all. Because you pick your Iron Man mode after that point. Oh yeah, true. Good to get off. Good, I get off work a whole half hour early today. Nice. Let me know if you want another hint, Anka, or if you want me to just tell you how I did it. There's no way I could have thought of it on my own. Other people get off earlier. I was just the last person to pick a time out of the hat. Oh, interesting. Dang, I have no idea and can't think of anything. I know some cool stuff on Tutorial Island, but not this one. Does that mean you want me to tell you? Tell me. Okay, so you were right. But I had to use 2 alt accounts um, to range the rat. So the first one ranged the rat down, hit one damage. Then my character ranged the rat for 1 damage, and then the second alt ranged the rat to finish it off. It's like for some reason I have to do the middle damage. But here's how I got from 4 to 2. Defensive. Long range. If you look at my defense XP, you can tell. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah. So 1 alt deals 1 damage to the rat. My character that I'm trying to create uses long range defensive to deal 1 damage to the rat, and then the other alt has to kill the rat, and all of that has to happen before the rat regenerates 1 health. Otherwise, the account is ruined. So that's how I got 2 ranged XP. I just realized you're in my favorite place. Woo, kitchen. Yeah, we're doing some chef. I need 60 something? What do I need? Crazy tech that no one ever will see. Yep. But I'll know it. And occasionally I get someone who's just like, how the heck did you get 2 ranged XP? So occasionally I get people that notice it. They're just like, what the heck? I just really wish I could have got the 2 range XP and splashed mage. That would have made this account perfect, but I literally made 20 accounts trying to do that, and all of them failed. We got ads coming up in 1 minute. Let's see. ruined. Make another one. I mean, I might if I wasn't 1,000 total level already. And I got the mining pet. It's acceptable. Apparently the chance to splash magic is like a 1 in 30 or something. What do I need? I need 56 chef. Alright, but I will be right back because ads. All right, I'm back. I wish they added some sailing to free to play though. Would have been fire. Yeah, that would have been pretty sick. The best free to play experience, in my opinion, is Ultimate Iron Man. It's a heck of a vibe, let me tell ya. I also don't know how chunk locked will work now. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Well, like, the water is still locked to chunks. So it would be doable. A lot more tedious, but definitely doable. It's weird. Just as I was coming back from the break, I was thinking about how a one skill at a time character would work now. It's like you would want smithing to be 99, you would want construction to be 99, you'd want woodcutting to be 99. That sort of stuff. A one skill at a time Brighter Shores series could be good. It'd be one profession at a time. It'd be an OPAT. Oh. You're probably still working, hey Kels? I was just wondering if you had made any progress or like updates on the podcast idea, but I guess I can check the Discord as well. Oh, hey, Bugged, are you still hanging around? I got some questions for you. Well, one question in particular. Nope. He gone. Hey, Remka. Thanks for lurking. Enjoy the scaping. Hey, hey, how's it going? Good. Vibing and slowly leveling in Brighter Shores. Yeah, that's how it goes. And you? Basically the same. Doing chef grind, I need, oh, what did I say, 56? Yeah, I need 56 chef on this account, this character. So we're doing that. And then we gotta get 66 Fisher. And then it's just the alchemy grind. Which we're actually making pretty good headway on. Nice, keep it up. Yeah, we need 314 alchemist. And we are 224 right now. So we're getting there. It's basically, whenever I'm playing this character off stream, I'm doing alchemy. Although I will need to record some footage for 99 combat and 68 forager. I almost want to change up the music, but synthwave is still hitting. Like, I can't think of a better vibe right now. Music good and chill at the moment. Yeah, we're doing some chef. I feel like it kind of fits. Hey, Lusty, how's it going? That just means the music is chill. Cool. And doing that IRL, of course. Of course. We got our black coffee, no cream, no sugar. Black tea, nice. Black tea is also great. No, nothing. Just strong black tea. Nice. I sometimes like to put some honey in my tea. Just to add a little bit of something. Yeah, it's nice. And lemon. I've heard things about lemon. I met this one guy who put lemon in his coffee. He would like cut a lemon in half and just sort of squeeze the juice into his coffee. Black tea plus honey plus lemon is so good. Hey, Torzy. Rating. Huge. Oh, wait. No, let's do... Tourzy. Okay, I think I got that right. Welcome, Zohan. Ooh, time for another experience potion. Welcome, Torzy. How are you? What were you grinding? I think, oh, I saw... Was it Fisher? 100 Fisher? Evening, Laura. Well, welcome, everybody. Now seems like a good time to do the microscape 1 hour for everybody again. For dinner last night, I made lemon, shrimp, and zucchini over rice. It was really yummy. That sounds really yummy. But if you got a raid and run or whatever, Toursy, don't feel bad. I know how it goes. Yep, we're working on 100 Fisher. We're at 80 now, and mid-80s Alchemist. Nice. Are you like new or returning to Brighter Shores? What's your story? That'll finish our 100 Hope Port. Huge. I played the first month or so, then took a break up to about 2 weeks ago. Nice. What do you think of all of the changes? There's been a lot since the first month. For me, I feel like they've added a lot. I know that's a big thing people have against it, though. Yeah, like, oh, microscape just crashed? Okay, we're good. Yeah, like, if you played the first month, it definitely feels like a lot's changed, right? Like, the combat merge, I think, was good for the game. Although, a surprising number of people don't like it. Like, I'm actually surprised. There's a good few of them. But I feel like it'll work out well, and I've got plenty plenty to work towards, and the community has been really supportive and cool to be a part of. I am really glad to hear that. I think I've tuned into one of your streams once or twice. I haven't paid attention a whole lot. I think because you're usually streaming the same time I am, so I don't get a whole lot of opportunity to. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. And, you know, like, trading is huge. Glad that it's here. Botanist is a big upgrade from Gatherer. I think the game is poised to do really well, and milestones are going to be wild as well. I'd say combat merge, botanist, quest, trading, potion belt. Just a few of the notable things I've noticed. Yeah, potion belt is huge. I completely forgot about that. The quests, yeah, they're adding lots of quests. I think they're slotted for 3 more. They have 3 more quests in the works. So that's pretty good. In his stream earlier, a particular ex-Brighter Shores streamer said the game had no future and that's why he doesn't want to play it, and it made me mad because there's no logical reason to believe that. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't see that at all. I'm sure they will eat their words once mobile comes out. At, like, the very latest. What am I doing? There's been so many game-changing updates with more planned. Yeah. What gets me is people who complain about content, then, like, a new quest comes out and they still complain about content. It's like, this is literally the definition of content. What do you want? Just because it's not the exact content you're hoping for doesn't mean it's not content. I've started to figure out those that are worth discussing with and not. Yeah. The quests aren't even for those of us playing, since they're meant to be a challenge to new players. Yeah. I imagine we're going to get quests for us eventually. And I'm super excited for the first, like, big epic, like, side quest storyline that gets launched, basically. Like, when we get the Song of the Elves for Brighter Shores type deal. That sort of stuff will be super sick. Dang. You are the biggest Brighter Shores streamer. I don't think so. There's no way that's true. I mean, maybe now that Vorpal's kind of done for now. Quests are for everyone. Just because they have the levels for them doesn't mean they're not for you. That's true. Right now you are? Well, I'm probably the only one. Quests are world building, lore, fun. We love quests. We do. Man, how much did they cook with that new mines quest? Maintenance crew. Yes, okay. That means I'm also the smallest Brighter Shore streamer right now. I just can't wait. Like, you can tell that they're doing, like, so much stuff with bosses for quests and stuff that it's like when dungeons come out, it's gonna be wild. People are gonna be blown away with the bosses in dungeons. I don't doubt it one bit. The boss in the new quest was great. The mini boss, not so much. Yeah, the mini boss was meh. But still, I think that was the first mini boss we've had. So it's like every quest they're experimenting with some sort of new boss fight mechanic. And it's going to be really cool to see them all put together. Going to finish a few things and nap. I work overnight, which is why we probably don't collide as much, but wanted to stop by with a raid and say hello. Well, thank you for stopping by. I too used to work nights, so I know how that goes. Do your stuff and have your nap. I hope it's restorative for you. I'm more talking about the fact that people complain that the quests are short when they have post 200 everything and has the quest requirements in the 60s. Those quests were more geared to newer players to give them something to grind to. Hey, thanks for the follow, Tourzy. I appreciate it. Yeah. We do need more endgame, but they have to nail the early game first. Which is what they're focusing on right now. Because right now, the end game is skilling. Which is, not gonna lie, kind of a boring end game. Exactly, yeah. I think they're doing it right. They're focusing on the early game, which is what is needed to retain new players. Then once the early game is flushed out, they can start working on the mid to late game. But I think they should do, in my opinion, I think they should follow a similar pattern as to what they did with Path of Exile 2. Where they made the early game and the late game, and then they're going to fill in the mid game. Like, I think that would be a really good way for Fen to handle it. Some older players still need to level up the quest skills. You're not even that old, Turnip, are you? I bet we're pretty close to the same age. I was 2 weeks after launch. Oh, that's what you mean by old. I thought you meant, like, human years alive. Yeah, I played day 1. Thought it was kind of meh. Took, like, 4 days off. And I realized during those 4 days, it's like I couldn't stop thinking about the game. And then I came back to it, and basically I've been playing ever since. I did take a 2-month break when I burnt myself out and kind of blew up my life. But now we're back, and I don't see a reason to leave at all. This one. I should probably look at bounties again. I really don't like doing bounties. At least the chef bounties in their current state. I've been a little bit doomy over milestones since the most recent leak. Feels like they're missing the mark. Hopefully I'm wrong. Can you expand on that, Zohan? I'm not sure I follow. Like, what new information swayed your outlook on milestones? Needing to be on the 9th milestone to chop a bramble? I mean, that was one specific bramble. Right, yeah, I need to match them. I just don't see what's actually changing. On milestone 1, we can now make teak planks. On milestone 2, we can make mahogany. How does that change how the game works and progression? Well, it's like they're two separate nodes, right? What's the difference between unlocking cod at level 70 now versus unlocking pufferfish at milestone 2? Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, that's a valid point. I think a lot of it is just reorganizing things in a way that makes more sense. It just seems like the exact same thing is going to happen that we have now, but more fancy. Same as the combat rework. A whole lot of dev time to change nothing core to the game. Well, my theory is that things will line up better after the milestones. Like, for example, right now, I'm literally making sausage and mash, right? Which I unlocked at level 20 chef. But in order to get the potatoes for it, I needed like 56 forager. That is a wild disparity. Yeah. Literally 56 forager for a level 20 chef thing. That doesn't make sense. So I think with a lot of this shuffling around that they're doing, it'll line those up better, which I think will drastically improve at least the new player experience. So for someone like you, Zohan, it's not going to change a whole lot. But for someone who creates a character the day after Milestones launches, it's going to make a huge difference. Okay, but what's the difference between making sausage and mash versus making 200 plus sausage and mash? This is the sort of thing I was expecting Milestones to change. I mean, it's kind of the same in every game. Like, are you complaining that it's just reskins? I'm confused. It's not the same in every game. People say that a lot. But is it the like reskin thing that you're upset about? Like I'm not sure of your specific complaint in this scenario. It sounds like you're just kind of upset that it is a reskin. If we take RS as an example, leveling up both unlocks higher level resources and increases your efficiency with lower resources. Okay, okay. Yeah, whereas Brighter Shores, it unlocks higher level resources, but doesn't increase your efficiency with lower level resources. In Brighter Shores, we do the same thing at level 550 as we do at 100, as we do at 400. Thanks for the 1 hour turnip. I mean, you're right, but I can say the same thing about RuneScape. You know, I'm literally mining Mithril right now on my iPad. It doesn't unlock higher level resources if you think about it. It's the exact same thing at every point in the game. Yeah, so it sounds like your complaint is the reskins. In which I say RuneScape is basically the exact same. The point you made, which is a point worth making in the difference, is the increased efficiency of the lower level items. But for example, like I said, I'm literally mining Mithril on my iPad right now. So the gameplay loop for mining Mithril is no different than the gameplay loop for mining coal, which is no different from the gameplay loop of mining tin. It's literally click different color rock. Right? Which is the same thing Brighter Shores does. Yeah. I think each milestone will take the same amount of time, 0 to 50, but each milestone will also bring better power, i.e. weapons and potion. No, in RS, you level up, you mine tin faster. Yeah, so I addressed that. Like, that makes sense. That your success rate increases with RuneScape. That is a very valid point. And I think Brighter Shores would do well to adopt that sort of thing. It's not just reskin, it's actual progress. But it is a reskin. It does make things faster, which Brighter Shores doesn't do. But like the argument could be made, you know, it's like for mining for example, it's like the best XP in the game is 3 tick 4 granite, which is unlocked at like level 35 mining. So if you want to be efficient, you don't change anything. You just mine granite forever. With Brighter Shores, you still have the reskins, but I guess you lose a sense of improvement, which I think is what you're getting at, is that it doesn't feel like anything's changing because that one aspect of improving lower level stuff, like gathering faster, doesn't happen, which is a very valid point. I'm not sure how they would implement something like that in Brighter Shores. Milestone 1 will be able to craft 25% healing, and Milestone 2, it'll be 30% healing. There's a power increase. Very fair point. I think Alchemist is the best skill in the game. It's just tears, but they're using a fancy word. Yeah. And the only difference between, say, RuneScape and Brighter Shores as far as gathering skills goes is that Zohan is right. Like, I mine coal faster at level 55 mining than at level 30 mining. Right? So I think that's a valid point. But I almost think we can't do something like that in Brighter Shores because it's designed differently. And that's not even true with all skills. Like Herblore in RuneScape, no matter how high my Herblore level is, it still takes the same amount of time to make a potion. Right? And all the potions are just colored vial water. Which is literally just it's a literal reskin. The thing that changes is the experience gain, which is the same in Brighter Shores. As you unlock the new reskin, the experience changes. You get more XP per hour. The higher level you gain in Herblore, you get access to more potions. Yeah, that's the same in Brighter Shores. You don't get more XP per hour? Yes, you do. You get the exact same at every level. Well, you do in Herblore too, until you change what you're making. If I make strength potions to 99 Herblore, I'm not getting any more experience per hour. If I go to the next potion up, I get more experience. The exact same thing is true in Brighter Shores. RS3 is different? Okay, that's fair. I haven't played RS3 in like 5 years. No, XP is an illusion in Brighter Shores. I mean, it is and it isn't. You don't get more. You unlock new things to train, Zohan. You're telling me I would get the exact same XP per hour if I did the 25% healing potion as if I did the 208%, or the level 208 mine potion. That's not true. Pre 200 skills take 19 minutes to level. Post 200 skills take 77 minutes to level. The gameplay loop is unlock things to utilize. Yes, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not trying to, Zohan. I'm trying to understand you. You spend 500% KP training a skill, you level up. Yes, the number is different, but it's the exact same amount of time for each level. You're not really getting more XP per hour. Okay, so then let's shift it to, say, levels per hour. Or like time to level. I think that'll make things more clear. So your complaint is the time to level doesn't change as you level, really. So it doesn't feel like much progression? Is that what you're saying? Because I value your opinion, Zohan. You're a high level player, so you have more insight into this game than I do, like just based off your hours sunk in. So I want to make sure I get what you're saying right. Lusty, I get what Zohan's saying, but pretty sure you average the times of all post 200s. A merch detective level is not the same as a leatherworking level. That's true. Well, in that case, RuneScape, you're actually getting slower. Yeah. Again, don't talk to me. We've been over this. Sorry, I won't talk over you. Okay. Yeah, let's keep things civil. I can't stay, but stopping in to say hey. Hey, Ash, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. So, okay, if I understand what you're saying correctly, Zohan, it's because the time to level doesn't change very much within every given skill, it doesn't feel as rewarding? That's because merch and investigations work really well with how the game works, while everything else just sucks. Brighter Shores XP scales all the way till it caps. In OSRS, you hit the last tier node and you're stuck on that XP rate till 200 mil. Everything else just sucks, but even so, you're getting the same levels per hour in those skills. Yeah. So is that your main gripe then, Zohan? Is that the time it takes to level up doesn't change? Doesn't really change? I mean, I could be pedantic about it and say it does change, but that's not an argument worth having. They both completely different in many ways. Yeah, they're very different and very similar at the same time. It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, so Zohan, if I understand what you're saying correctly now, you're upset or unhappy, we'll say, unhappy with how leveling up is the same time to level, roughly, within a skill at any given time. That seems to be your main point. Am I correct? I love how Sailing Update embraced a bit of the shores. I'm not sure what you mean, bugged. The last thing I want to do is put myself in... Oh, legacy leaderboards, yeah. The last thing I want to do is put myself in a sort of echo chamber. So when people like Zohan have criticisms, and they've sunk as much time as they have into the game, I really value what they're saying, and I want to make sure I get it right. Because it seems like a valid criticism. And I think it's worth exploring. There's no progression. There's no incentive to level up. There's no reward for leveling up. I don't get better at skills as I level them up. I don't do them faster. I don't gain faster XP. Nothing changes. Okay. Yeah. So it feels like... I guess you could say it feels like just a login timer. My total level is this high because I've been logged in for this long playing the game. I was expecting milestones to change that, but then see, oh, you get mahogany and teak at these milestones, and think, wow, nothing, it's changing with milestones. That sucks. So I think, yeah, okay, I understand your perspective now, Zohan, or at least what you're saying. And quite, like, I agree. What you're saying is correct. I think, but again, I hope I'm wrong, and there's more to it than that. I guess we'll see when milestones drop. But until then, it's just speculation. But as for the game in its current state, you are correct. 100%. There is no feeling of progression. There is no incentive to level up. There's no reward for leveling up. You don't get better at skills as you level them up. You don't get them faster. You don't gain faster experience, really, because of the time to level metric we discussed earlier. Nothing changes. You're right. I think part of that... I mean, it's going to change a little bit with the example of teak and mahogany, right? So it's like, once I get to level 50, I now unlock mahogany. Or teak or whatever. So it's like, okay, there is a new thing. That adds, albeit a very small sense of progression, but it adds a sense of progression. Also, it's not just teak and mahogany. It's also ash and something else. Yeah, we're just using like an example. So they are addressing it in a tiny way based on my understanding, Zohan, that there will be unlocks as skills progress. Right now, the only reason to level up basically anything that I've seen so far is the beehives with the Because quest, right? I think that is a really good example of how they can implement progression that feels meaningful. I question if milestone 9 is needed for a Brambles shortcut. Does that mean the statement of everything above 200 is cosmetic is invalid now? Or does that mean level squish? Hang on, what's 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 times 10 is... No. Wait, what? What am I doing? What level is milestone 9, guys? I can't math for some reason. Nine is 450. Oh. Interesting. Hang on, I want to finish, like, addressing Zohan's concern. I think one of the things I wanted to mention is that I think part of the every level taking the same amount of time is designed specifically. Like, I think that's intentional. Right? And I think it's intentional for casual players. Right? If I can only play Brighter Shores an hour a day because I work full-time and need to make dinner for my family kind of thing, if I can only play Brighter Shores an hour a day, it feels really good to know I'll be able to get a level every day. You know? I think it's a gaming style mismatch, I think is what it boils down to. But I do believe that it is intentional. Is it going to change? I don't know. But in the current state of the game, that's my reasoning behind why it is the way it is, based on my very limited understanding, both of what Fen Research is doing and gaming perspectives outside my own. And as far as there being no reason to level things up, I think that boils down to a part of the game being incomplete. You know, early access is incomplete by design, right? So I think as the game gets more mature, there will be more things like the beehives that encourage and incentivize actually leveling up. And we got ads coming in a minute. It's clearly intentional and it sucks. Yeah, and I understand why you feel that way, Zohan. I don't feel that way, personally. I'm relatively indifferent whether between, like, say the level times, we'll say with old school RuneScape being, you know, we'll say like 6 hours depending on the skill to get from 98 to 99, as opposed to Brighter Shores being about 77 minutes to get from 499 to 500, right? That doesn't have any significant weight to me personally, but I understand that it does to others. For something we have in game right now as an example. Okay, I'll have to read that when we get back from the ad break, because ads are going to start like in a second here. But type out your whole thoughts and I'll read them when I get back. I promise. But we will be right back. right. We are back. Okay. So just for something we have in-game right now as an example. Okay. When we level up, we can buy new tools with X% plus X% XP on them. But the way the game works is it takes off that XP first. So when you do get your tool upgrade, it makes zero difference whatsoever. It might as well just be cosmetic and not take the XP away from the node in the first place. I mean, I know what you're getting at, but I feel like that's impossible to prove without looking at the game's source code. Yeah, that silly tool upgrade thing is very silly. I mean, I don't have any tool upgrades on my main character at all. Well, okay, that's technically a lie. My harpoon has 2 upgrades on it, because I got those in the early game as an experiment. It's a noob sync, same with potions. It's not silly, it's lazy. That's probably because they're reworking tools. I mean, maybe. Apart from the quests, music, and art style, the game feels completely soulless. You know what? I actually agree with that, Zohan. You are correct. The game does feel soulless. I will grant you that. It kind of feels like someone just kind of came up with a time to level algorithm, slapped a bunch of levels together, and said click. You know, but that is how it does feel currently. What am I doing? Don't let go, bro. Hurt me and you can put hope into Hopeport. I'm still playing because I enjoy it and hope things get better. I'm just a little doomy since the recent leak. Yeah, that's totally understandable. Like, your frustration or disappointment, or however you want to phrase it, is totally valid and justified. That being said, I am still enjoying the game, right? Like, I too have hope that it will improve. You know, there are things they could do to make it feel more soulful. And I think a lot of what we're experiencing is a symptom of early access, you know, incomplete by design. So I do hope and have faith that it will improve as we provide feedback to fan research and as they implement more things to do. Like, I think the mini games will help with that a bit. You know, especially once again, if we focus on the new player experience, right? Mini games will provide a reason to grind up to a point. And so what they need to do is they need to keep implementing reasons to grind. You know, because right now you're right, there isn't really much of one. But as I mentioned, I believe that is more a symptom of early access rather than a terminal illness. It's algorithms all the way down. Well, I mean, everything is, Zohan. A lot of the grinds don't have an endpoint or reasonable rewards. Yeah, you're right. And I think that is the biggest problem right now in the game. Is that there's really no reason to grind. And that's part of why I shifted from my main to this alt. right, is because this alt has a very specific reason to grind. And I kind of want to save some of the grind on my main for when the game gets better. Right? I don't want to have to max twice to feel to like enjoy the game, right? Forager feels like the gold standard of skill design right now. It has 3 different positive effects on the account. Interesting. What are the 3 effects, Costume? Oh, is it alchemy reagents, cooking ingredients, and bone right materials? I'm with you. I had the same feeling. Dev will only learn if they get feedback. The data we all have giving back in the past 12 months is helping shape the game today, for sure. And that's the point of early access. Like, that's the entire point of it. Is the devs go, hey, here's this thing we made. Play it and let us know what you think. 4, actually. Okay, what's the 4th? Yeah. No, your point is totally valid, Zohan. It makes a lot of sense, and I understand why you feel that way. Monument, I guess? I mean, but Monument has no reward right now. Alchemy reagents, comically expensive to buy. Bones, Monument, soon to have reward, and cooking reagents, which are less useful. Yeah, okay. So you're counting the future update of the Monument. Okay, let's see if I can summarize the conversation with Zohan quickly and concisely in a way that I can clip and put on YouTube or something. 1 second. I'm just going to start the next inventory here. Fog. Let's see if I can summarize that conversation into a 30-second soundbite. Wish me luck. Okay. So, Zohan's take is that the game feels very samey across all skills because no matter how high you level up, there's no real reason to keep leveling up. There's no meaningful unlocks. Time to level stays basically the same. And it just feels like being on a treadmill for the sake of being on a treadmill. And I agree. That is the current state of the game. However, I am optimistic that the state of the game will change in the future in such a way that that is not the case. Time to level might stay the same. I think that's a design choice that Fen Research went with. But the sense of progression will eventually feel meaningful once enough content is added. There we go. That's the best I can do. The best summary I can do. Did I get anything wrong, Zohan? Did I do your take justice? I'll be honest, I zoned out slightly. Okay. Then I will take that as there was nothing that caught your ear enough to make you object strongly. It was probably fine. All right, I'll take it. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to understand your perspective and offer my insight onto it. I think you're right with the current state of the game, but I'm hopeful that a lot of it will change. I don't expect the time to level thing to change a whole lot, although it might, because they are redoing the XP curve, or changing the XP curve with milestones, so it's entirely possible that they do change that. But honestly, in that particular regard, I'm fine either way. But I know a lot of people aren't. I just regret having so much spare time while I was in the mines to look deeply into the algorithm numbers and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That being said, though, like, there are ways to fudge the time to level numbers a little bit, right? Like, it's not rigid. It is flexible within boundaries, right? Like, if we use Forager as an example, I can, let's say, just for argument's sake, I'm level 0 Forager, and I upgrade all of my tools to max level as soon as I unlock them. And I constantly chug 10% Hope Port potions. That's gonna fudge the time to level numbers a little bit. Whenever you can combo skills, you can beat the algorithm. Yeah, that makes sense. All crafting skills, your SOL. Yeah, yeah, that checks out. Other than potion chugging. On paper, everything solo is 400 KP per hour. 400%. I don't think that's true. See crafting skills. I mean, I'm open to being wrong, but it doesn't seem like that. Except they don't take into account certain things like gathering skills. They don't take catch/mine animation time. Crafting skills, they assume you don't need to bank and you're constantly crafting. But that's not the case. Yeah, so you can never reach the 400% number. But with, like, Forager, I'm pretty sure you can get, like, what was it, close to 600% KP per hour? I don't know, I haven't timed it personally. Or tried to min-max it. Yes, you can, because you combo multiple nodes. Yeah. Multiple nodes, not multiple skills. The best you can get on one node would be 400% per hour. Okay, sure. But if your goal is KP, you wouldn't do that. "60-second respawn time, 6 nodes, 360 nodes, 400 kp per hour. I'm not arguing that. Okay. KP is pretty strong. I do kind of think they gotta balance it somehow. I think KP is fairly balanced post 200. I could be wrong though. I don't have many skills post 200, so I might be talking out of my butt. I don't think that's the problem. I don't think the problem we have is balancing. Like, I don't disagree with Zohan point. If it's fudge though, because anything with slower animations or need to withdraw resources crafting gets heavily nerfed. Yeah, that's why Deathstone is as terrible as it is. That's why crafting skills are so slow. I mean, maybe, are you saying, okay, so are you saying then if I'm doing gathering and banking everything, it's as slow as a crafting skill because in crafting skills I have to bank things? No. Okay, because that's kind of what it sounded like to me. Sort of, but no. I'm just saying the algorithm just feels flawed. Yeah, and I mean that could very well be the case. Like, there's no reason that that couldn't be the case. The algorithm might be like completely broken or whatever. But that's all able to be changed. Like, there's nothing irreversible about the current state of the game. Right? Which, again, goes back to my point of early access. Like, mining Deathstone and mining Andesite gives the same numbers on paper, but they don't take the mining animation time into account. Okay. Sure, but that makes the things feel different. So instead of them being 400% per hour, Deathstone is like 320 and Andesite is like 375 or so. So I'm confused. Do you want everything to be the same or do you want things different? It's not different. That's flawed. Well, it's like you were complaining that everything was kind of, well, maybe not complaining, but you were mentioning that everything feels very samey. Like, there's no real difference between things as you level up. And then you point out a clear difference between things that are leveling up. Not like this. I'm trying, Zohan. I'm trying. If it's too frustrating, we can stop and move on. I know, Art. Thanks, bud. I appreciate you. And I appreciate your patience for dealing with me. I know I can be quite frustrating to deal with sometimes. I'm not frustrated, enjoying this. Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Me too, honestly. It's a good discussion. And it's one I feel like needs to be had. I struggle to get my point across, though, so yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. And I'm bad at reading, so sometimes it's hard. Maybe, would you be down, if you wanted to continue this discussion at a later date or something, would you be down to, like, joining a voice call or something? We need a translator, so maybe we can reduce some of the friction if we were both in voice. That might help. I don't do voice. I have massive anxiety issues. Okay, that's also fine. Like I said, I'm just thinking of ways to possibly reduce friction. If that's out of your comfort zone, no shame at all. Why does that one guy not have a level? Because he is opted out of the leaderboards. Basically, anonymous on the leaderboards, but not anonymous by name. He's getting that opt-out 10% XP bonus. That's funny. You know, I know it's a long ways away, but I've been thinking more about Stonemaw lately. And I think for my when I rush builder, I think I am gonna opt out. Just because I know myself well enough that if I don't opt out, I will be way too hard focused on leaderboard numbers, and that will not be good for my mental health. I'm so sad they changed potents. I was planning to make 8% Stonemaw pots just so I wouldn't need to use the potent machine. Oh. Yeah, it seems like a weird sort of design choice. What seems weird to me is they seem to have picked the potions arbitrarily. I mean, it kind of was arbitrary before as well. But now it's just like different, but also still arbitrary. I'm done with the algo stuff / dooming. Sorry for the spam. No, it's all good. It's not spam. Spam is saying the same thing over and over again. You were meaningfully contributing to a discussion. And I appreciate it. So Kren pots don't have to be gathered. Infernae / Necromay are classless. Yeah, it would be nice if they just made it like alternate ways to train, but had different pros and cons. Yeah, that'd be cool. If it's like you could choose to make any potion either potent or regular. What's special about Stonemaw? Uh, nothing. But also Kren pots do have to be gathered from ventures. For the potents, I mean. Yeah, so it's like if you could make any potion. Oh, okay, what about this, guys? What do you think of this? Regular potions last 2 minutes. You can make any potion in either a regular or a potent version. Potent potions last 5 minutes. And you can make any potion a potent version. Something like that would be really cool. I think that's what you're getting at, Zohan. Just have like, so you can make like a potent 10% or a potent or a regular 10%. Yeah, something like that. That would actually be sick. I would be 100% down for that. Same materials, same input cost. The downside would be like the regulars wouldn't last as long and probably less experience as well. But potents would give you more experience and would last longer. That would actually give meaning to the word potent. That's actually, that's good. I really like that idea. I don't get why food in this is so useless other than making money. Yeah, that's another kind of pressure point. Gonna hop back to Cran, might be a little less responsive. It's all good. I appreciate you hanging out and talking. Really loving combo invests with merch. Yeah. Yeah. So that's another pain point we can discuss is the food being useless. It is disappointing that the end goal of food is money. It would be cool if food had literally any use. Maybe it could be something like a heal over time, whereas potions are the instant heal. That could be cool. Or other buffs. Like, there's a lot they could do with food. Without changing its sell value. So it could be money or utility. Or for bait for special monsters. Yeah. That's like a whole new system, though. Not that that would be a bad thing. We're gonna have to skip the chicken leek pie. Placid bass. Can I fish that yet? Placid bass is 28. Okay, so we'll do chef until 32. Then I've got a bunch of bass to fish. What's the goal with this account? So this account is going to be a factionless character with over level 100 combat. That is the goal. And I've min-maxed my way to figuring out how to do it, but I'm not going to spoil it because that's going to be for a YouTube video. I'm not sure what you're saying, Flame Spike. Just something. Don't mind me. Just a thonk. Okay. Just a thonk, don't mind me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible idea. It just takes a little more cooking. I think something like a heal over time would be really useful. Or other such buffs. Like maybe a different food could do different buffs. Anything from like movement speed to maybe attack speed, something like that. Man, that was a really good discussion, though. I really enjoyed that. There we go. Coffee is done. You know, I was looking into it a little bit, and turns out one energy drink is less caffeine than 2 cups of coffee. I thought that was kind of interesting. Also depends on how you brew your coffee. That's true. You know, light roast is more caffeine. So we'll say this. An energy drink can be less caffeine than 2 cups of coffee. Hey, look, we're almost done the sausage and mash. Hey, Britt. Thanks for lurking. Enjoy the scaping. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to be almost done the soda ash, right? 131 seaweed left. Wild. Flint Beans McGee. That is quite the name. Now we got water. So what do I do with all these chopsticks I'm making? I guess that's just another vendor trash item. Oh, it stopped snowing. I'm pretty sure I've always had my camera angle like that. I don't know how or when it changed. Opium that maybe milestones will stop them from being vendor trash. Yeah, we can hope. I feel like every game just has vendor trash though. Bug, are you still kicking around? I got a couple questions for you. He pops in and out. That's okay. Hey Zohan, thanks for the 1 hour for all. I have one more of those left this stream. I will save it for later. Did that get cheaper after I spent 30k points on it? It sure did. You can thank Kent for that. It's like 2 days after you did that, Kent pops in and is like, hey, do you want to be in part of the beta for lowering the price? And I'm just like, yeah, sure. Let's do it. Oh yeah, you don't even play that game, right? You don't even play Microscape? You just benevolently gift people hours of content? For the memes. Perfect. Respect. The meme game is strong with this one. Okay, now we're moving on to rocky jellied eels. I think I need to buy the gelatin, right? Yeah, that's soup stock. You know what? Let's clear out the bank. I don't like having all this junk in it. Okay, hang on. That means I'm gonna need... Yeah, I need that many plus one Grenard. Okay, 2 more grenards. And the bank will be clean. No. Oh my goodness. Misclick. And then what is it? 6 sausages? Which is exactly that. Yeah. I'm digging the synthwave vibes. I think it fits the chillness of Brighter Shores without being like too sleepy. Like lo-fi might be a little too sleepy, but synthwave is like super chill. 6. Okay, perfect. I was right. Boil them. Hey, where's Swagwagon? I haven't seen him all day. He's gonna lose his streak. Mash him. Hey, turn up. Thanks for the 1 hour for everybody. Put them in a pan. Hey, Sinpip, thanks for the 1 hour for everybody.
If y'all want to be successful, you gotta be selfish.
And the 6 hours for yourself. Okay, so we need 144 jelly. Jelly? Jelly. That's 6 inventories. Gotta top up. No telling when another shore streamer will be on. That's true. I mean, you can still tune into Vorpal. He was streaming Hades 2 the other day, and that was some pretty good content, not gonna lie. That game seems cooler than I thought it was. Ooh. Oh, I can go to storage rift. It's faster. I keep forgetting. 3. I said it before, I'll say it again. I enjoy the short streamers for the vibes. Yeah. Game just attracts a vibe of person. Yeah, I think it's because it's like cozy or whatever, right? I'll follow people anywhere from here. Nice. That is very comforting to know, costume. I don't, or, I don't want to, like, limit myself to just Brighter Shores. As much as I'm enjoying it and plan to keep playing it, I want to be able to branch out. So that's why once a week I'm doing a different game. Right now, that happens to be old school RuneScape. Just so if I do ever decide to pivot, like, completely, or whatever, years down the line, it's not like a traumatic shock. What's Microscape? So Microscape is this little window you see in the corner here. It is a idle game based off of RuneScape Classic. I think, what is it? Yeah, you can play it at that link. You just connect to your Twitch account. It's like it's an idle game that's integrated with Twitch. So it's actually pretty cool. I think this is the last one. But yeah, it's like if RuneScape Classic was an idle game with, we'll say, 8-bit graphics. I don't know if it had technically 8-bit graphics when RuneScape Classic was a thing. Boil. You can, and the watching a streamer and chatting in a stream or using the point redeems gets you more time to AFK in the game, basically. Up to a cap of about 24 hours. It's a great little game. I'm enjoying it anyways. Almost 300 mithril ore. I've been poking away at it slowly. Okay, time for another potion. Ooh, that's nice. This music be hitting. We got ads coming in a minute. That'll be the last ad break of the stream, so hopefully you bear with me for it. I will be right back because ads. Also, Flame Spike, this here full screen now is Microscape. All right, I am back. I know we still got ads for a couple more seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody, from the ads. Starting to get a little hungry. Also, stream is over in about an hour. Just a heads up. Only 1 hour left. No. Yeah, but we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is the wiki day, and we're gonna do the Microscape wiki. That is the current plan. What is the most disgusting dish you've seen on here? Oh, that's a good question. Let's take a look here. I mean, I don't know what Grenard tastes like. Chicken leek pie might be kind of bad. For me, it's the gray jellied eels. Yeah, I think that's gotta be it, right? Any of the jellied eels, they have to be terrible. Has to be a British dish. Trying not to imagine the texture of those. Yes, I just imagine like gross fish jello. That sounds quite unpleasant. How much seaweed do I have left? I've got to be almost done. 16. Okay, yeah, we're done real quick. Then we get to start making molten glass. I have like 5k of it to make. They give you not only the recipes, but how to cook them. That's true. Hello. Hello, Chris. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So you could do a Brighter Shores IRL cooking stream. That's true. The eels, though, it's interesting because we don't, like, cut them up. But I feel like for jellied eels, you would have to cut them up into, like, little chunks. Which just sounds worse and worse. Hold the eels, lol. Yeah. We're talking about the worst foods in this game, and it's gotta be the jellied eels. No, don't cut it. Swallow the thing whole. Well, now I'm just picturing a scene from The Office when Jim puts Dwight's stapler in Jell-O, but it's just like an eel floating in gelatin. I wish they let you butter the bacon Sammies, but hey. Oh, that would make it a lot better. You are correct. Jellied stapler sounds more appetizing. It really does. Jellied eels are delicious. Have you had them, Turnip? You're on that side of the pond. Yeah, we have them everywhere in Britain. Interesting. And they're actually good? Like, is it like calamari? Because calamari is actually really yummy. More in England, but they are here. Okay. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Grizz. I appreciate it. It helps me out a whole bunch. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. No, it's more close to mackerel. I didn't know I wasn't. No problem. Yeah, it's all good. More close to mackerel. I don't think I've ever had mackerel. My fish experience is quite limited. But, like, the gelatin, that's what's throwing me off. Like, it's obviously not sweet like Jell-O. Is it savory like cold gravy? Like, also, we chill this. Do you eat jellied eels cold? Like, I'm so confused. I have so many questions. It's not a sweet jelly. Yeah, so it's gotta be, like, some sort of, like, savory, kind of, like, fatty thing, hey? And yes, you eat them cold or room temperature. Okay. Eat them with a hefty bread like rye. Ah. I don't know why, but room temperature just makes it sound worse to me. Usually talking about food makes me hungry, but this is the exception. Okay, Turnip, then I'm curious as to your take. Which of these foods do you think is the worst? If you open up a tin of tuna, it's room temperature as well. Yeah, that's a fair point. It's like eating tuna, but it isn't tuna. Interesting. Slap it on bread and go to town. I wouldn't eat jellied tuna, though. I mean, I might. Man, Pronus, if you throw up eating some jellied eels, I'm definitely gonna gift a 20-pack. Hold the eel. That's funny. I mean, it's a good idea to actually do like a Brighter Shores cooking stream. I used to work with a guy who ran like a Tumblr account for like Stardew Valley recipes in real life. This one. I think I get it. So it's like canned fish more than what us Americans think of as a jelly dish. Texture is a really big part of food for me. If it tastes fine but the texture is off, I'm struggling. Yeah, me too. I think that's my autism showing through. You're focusing too much on the jelly. It isn't that bad. It's more eel than there is jelly. Jelly is just like a preservative, like oil or water for other fish. Explain the chew texture. Maybe it will be more appeal. Its chew texture is like tuna or mackerel. It's just fish. Okay. So it's like like a can of chunk tuna in water, but instead of water, it's in more of like a jelly kind of thing. Which of these dishes do you think is the worst? Turnip? Exactly like chunk tuna. Okay. Sounds less bad now. It really does. Thank you, Turnip. Couldn't have done it without you. To be honest, I'm not a fan of lobster thermidor. Strip that bad boy and do the American sub sandwich. It's much better use of the lobby. Okay. I haven't had... I don't think I've had lobster. I've had crab and pollock, which is imitation crab. And honestly, I like pollock more than crab. It's sweeter. Call me crazy. I just see the tail of the lobby and I'm happy. I prefer pollock to crab as well. Yeah, like it tastes better. And you can like go to the grocery store, buy a thing of pollock and just munch on it. Like it's super good. What I really like as far as seafood goes though is candied salmon. That's like so good. I could eat that all day, every day. probably get mercury poisoning. Yeah, Rush Max the other day, but I missed the party. Oh, Zohan's rank 7. Huge. Raccoon 17, Sanhai 16. Oh, Too High is rank 20. That's pretty huge. Wait, Laura? Surely that's not the Laura that was in chat. If you're still here, Laura, let me know if you're the person who's overall rank 22. If so, that's insane. I had no idea. That is her? That's wild. I had no idea. Now we move on to the veggie stews. Oh, let's pull up the calculator. So I can figure out how many mixed veggies to buy. F level is, what is that, 26? It's so tiny. Our end goal level is 32. 32. Level and remainder. KP is going into other professions. I need to wait for these 3 to accurately calculate the remainder. Does this update live? It does. Okay, cool. 7876. 7876. Submit. Quantity needed. 883. Okay. It'll take about 2 hours. Creeping back up on 5 gold. That's pretty nice. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Rip some money. Okay, I'm laying down for a bit. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Flame Spike. Glad to see you come back. Enjoy your laydown. We'll be ending stream in about half hour as well. Just a heads up. Yeah, I gotta prepare for tonight. All right. Have yourself a good tonight. Did you check out Microscape at all or nah? Oh yeah, I was gonna look at that. Pretty decent. Right now I'm just exhausted. Yeah, get your rest or whatever you need, man. Life comes first. Do we find out what happened to Marcus Mint and the stuff he took? Not as far as I know. I don't think so. He just mentions trading guild stuff or whatever. Merchants Guild? They'd be missing an opportunity if they didn't expand on that. Yeah, they definitely should. I'm really looking forward to the day where doing a quest requires having another quest done. Like, that'll be cool. No, not the potatoes. Almost did it again. Hey, Doobly. Welcome, welcome. Potato. Yep. You can boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. The possibilities are endless. Turn them into alcohol. You can even slice them and deep fry them. That's true. They've got to be one of the most versatile foods. I feel like eggs are more versatile, but I mean, potatoes are definitely up there. You can even make potato cake and potato bread. I feel like I've heard of potato bread, but never potato cake. Man, these tunes are great right now. Okay, let's see. Let's check to see how much we're at. My guess is going to be 400 something. Oh, 576. Better than I thought. Sick. No. See, it's going to be 600 something. Nope. I need to go down here. My goodness. Make up my mind for me. Is it a leatherwork passive knight or a detective passive knight? Do you need money? If you don't need money, I would say leatherworker. If you do need money, I'd say detective. I have 3.7 plat, so probably not. Okay, sounds like a leatherworking night to me then. Let's take another look at how much we have. $720, and we need $883. Yeah. So it's not too much longer. Dang. Are you danging Zohan's money? I'm going to assume so. Okay, now we should be pretty darn close. Hello. Hey, Blue Turtles. How's it going? Hey, thanks for lurking. Enjoy your scaping. 40. So this will be 64. Good yourself. Not bad at all. I've seen you in another chat a good bit. Whose stream do you normally hang out in? Yeah, so 83. I'll just get a full inventory and then that should be good. I know Blue Turtles, you're very active in like someone's stream. I just can't for the life of me remember whose it was. I don't think it was Vorpal, although it could be Vorpal. Eight. Perfect. Now we begin. I'm off. Enjoy your day or night or something. Thanks, Zohan. Same to you. I have no idea what time it is down under, but I know it's crazy. As it always is. Happy time zone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. I greatly appreciate it. Good discussions this stream. I'm semi back. Well, semi welcome back. Oh man, I'm feeling pretty tired. I need to eat some food or something. Are you winning? You know it. You missed our buying mixed vegetables arc. Yeah, we're chopping them and putting them in a stew. Oh, dang. Yeah. But we'll be ending in about 15 minutes here. Just a heads up. I forgot how chill veggie stews were. Actually, real nice. Oh, hey, my microscape finished. Wonder how long I've been idle. They say sleep is for the weak. That's true. They do say that. I'm very pro sleep, by the way. Well, it is Wednesday. Yeah, it's true. I think I just gotta eat something. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's like almost 1 p.m. So I think once I eat, things will be better. That's usually how it goes. Oh, dang it. I've got two moods. Sleep is for the weak, and I could sleep for a week. There is no in between. That's funny. Same. No, I'm a big sleep advocate. If you want to speed run death, that's a good way to do it is to not sleep. Seems like biphasic sleep can be okay, but it's usually best to just do it in a big chunk. There are ways you can kind of cheese it, but sleep debt is not one-to-one. Big chunk is not super viable for everyone, sadly. Yeah, I mean, if you got like health problems or whatever that prevent you from sleeping, then I don't know what to tell you. Or I guess you have a kid, don't you? Is that what you're getting at? Yeah, okay. Well, as the kid grows up, the big chunk will be more and more viable. Sleep apnea and insomnia here. Yeah, it's also not great. Insomnia can be managed, but sleep apnea, I got no idea about. I know you can get like a weird mask or something that like dumps oxygen into your face while you sleep. That's supposed to help. But I don't know. I'm no doctor. I do listen to a podcast though, so I'm basically a doctor. Hey, Britt. Thanks for the 1 hour for everybody. Wait, you can lower your channel points for microscape energy? No, I'm part of a beta lower energy cost. Sleep apnea. I basically stop breathing while I sleep. Yeah, the like mask is supposed to fix that. I think my dad has sleep apnea as well, and he has a mask that is supposed to help. I don't know how much it helps, but yeah, Britt, I got lucky. I have sleep apnea too. Do you have any of those the machines? What is it? Is it a CPAP machine? Is that what that's called? Have you tried that? It didn't work for me. Okay. I know it doesn't work for everybody. That's unfortunate. I'm glad I don't have any major sleep problems. They have me on a BiPAP because CPAP didn't work. Oh, interesting. I didn't even know there was an alternative. My dad literally went to like a sleep center for a while to get like his sleep studied or whatever to see kind of what was wrong and what they could do for him. And they gave him this machine. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's something like a CPAP machine. How'd you find the BiPAP, Flame Spike? Does it seem to be working? Also ending the stream in about 5 minutes. They did a sleep study and I wasn't breathing 45 minutes out of every hour, and doctor sent in an order for it. How are you still alive? It's like 75% of your time sleeping is spent not breathing? How's that even possible? Humans are weird, man. Oh, panic. Okay, let's find someone to raid. Am I the only Brighter Shore streamer right now? Okay. Who am I following that's streaming? Who of these has Microscape? Oh my goodness, I have no idea who to raid. Um... Oh man. The trade site won't let me delete a listing, by the way, Pronus. Yeah, I saw your message in the Discord and replied to it. Did you see my reply? Yep, doctor afterwards sent me in for tests for brain damage and a few other things that came back clear to his surprise. Yeah, that's good at least. Okay, let's search for co-working and studying. Okay, I might have to read that one. It did now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll try to work on it today, Britt. I don't know when I'll be able to get to it. Doctor said I should have major brain damage, but I was fine. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, she's currently not home and will be back soon. Okay. So not you then. Okay, let's try. Well, I'm glad you're fine, Flame Spike. I was like 20 minutes every hour. I'm not breathing, but it's constant on off. So I wake up really tired. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, actually, no, I can't. I believe that you, in fact, do wake up tired, and that sucks. I do not envy you in that regard. Okay, so I guess we're gonna raid this guy. Because he's doing microscape. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I think this whole stream is like an AFK stream. I also have night terrors. Oof. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Oh, that's not the end screen. Lol. Home GQ cat stream. Yeah, we're gonna go over there. I figured since it seems like no one's actually doing anything, that we'll just go here. You get microscape so you can hang out till the next Brighter Shores streamer or whatever. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate every single one of you. We will be back tomorrow at the same time, doing our Microscape wiki editing stream. So that will be lots of fun. Hope to see you there. But until then, remember that Jesus loves you, and so do I. Peace.